the dog, of course. As I always do call it, we do have a fight here in mid, and actually Anthem and Medusa gonna get them started pretty well. A couple of pickoffs there in mid, and now can just kind of reset and maybe look to go for a push elsewhere, because now GenG down a couple of members. They will struggle a bit here. Texture trying to push out into the garage. He's gonna pick up the orb.
Holding him.
DFM just playing it slow for now.
Backed up by Allahyar, feels safe enough to go ahead and grab that orb.
Here.
Something that we're seeing a lot in this kind of race-centric meta. Getting those showstoppers online as rapidly as you possibly can, but looks like, oh, DFM not backing away, but Texture, did he not notice the swing?
Yeah,
He certainly knows about it now, but Paranoia, it connects on him. I think he might have not noticed. Now May coming around corner finds the kill.
Yeah, really crisp with that one. Just a couple of shots, takes down Texture, and now 5v2. They're going to get the plant down on B. And you see, this is not going to be easy for the guys of GenG to actually break into here. Meteor is going to be looking through this one. We'll see when they actually do decide to go for the push, as we do have May just waiting, watching Heaven, waiting to see. Allahyar will push through here. They do have the smoke down. Meteor not even going to be able to get the pick off down. And actually, May just going to go up the rope and take him down. And Meteor 1v5. This is not looking good for them. DFM starting off strong.
There they are. There's the push out of the smoke. May with a 3K here in the pistol round, and a flawless one at that for DFM. Couple shots across, but widely. No one else really making noise here from DFM. Orb still sat there. May could try to grab that. Put him halfway to that showstopper.
Throw the smoke down, and actually they're just going to back away from this one for now, as we do have a couple of guys over here maybe looking to push onto A, as here is the Trailblazer. Maybe you're going to take that one down for now, and Texture already taking a bunch of damage here, just trying to poke out.
But look at the read from GenG at the moment. They don't see much other than the Trailblazer, and they make the call that this is likely going to be a hit onto the B side. Instead, it's DFM completely rotating all the way back around, and they're just going to have free A access. They will be, walking their way into this one, but with 20 seconds remaining, GenG should start getting a sense that they have Gamble sacked wrong. Now they're going to have to try to rotate and retake here in a 5v5.
Yeah, this is not going to be easy for them to do a lot of damage on this one, as finally they are going to get on over here. The plant does come through. May's got a nice setup here up on top in Heaven, just waiting for the rotation to come on over. And does spot a bunch of them coming through at the back of the site.
Yeah, trying to get value here with this Marshall. Find it, one casualty. 2 shots, trying to find the kills there. Swing out of the back of the flash. Can't find much. May only will be put down. So first death there, but Meteor can't find the follow-up shot. Neth will be able to find it. One casualty. Overall, Meteor there with that Marshall could have been huge. May, oh my god.
Very aggressive, and the rest of the team is following up on this one. May creating some space. He just trade 1-for-1, but they're going to get onto the site and also get the plant down.
Shoulder spot there on Allahyar, who does have to back away. He's really low. Neth's still trying to control ramp. He's able to find one. Looks for a little bit more. Munchkin will be able to take him out, but Medusa in the meantime here on site finds Munchkin, maintaining a man advantage here for DFM. This would be a monstrous bonus conversion here for them.
It's already looking really strong. I mean, with the plant down, they've got a great setup already. The rotation is coming in from the side of GenG, but it's only the two of the Meteor and Caron to try to get in, as that is going to be a nice entry. They do get a couple of headshots already, but Anthem peeking around the back of Elbow. He's able to get one more kill with the Bulldog.
Oh, yes, it is by time. There's just not really any time. Karen has to stick onto this one. There's a push up. There's the kill, and the bonus converted. A clutch here from Anthem. Go down if he wins. This would be a very critical timing to be able to find one. As Trailblazer will be able to spot 2. Showstoppers in. May, point blank. Yep, he will take himself down, but still finds value. Allahyar, fantastic headshot.
Yeah, that's going to be perfect for him. Actually getting some value here on the Thrifty so far. Bit of a pickup on the stinger for Munchkin. We'll see if they can hold on to this one. That's one more, and Munchkin,
how do they do this?
As they take them all down, and that is the Thrifty that you called, Achilles.
I spoke it into existence. Perhaps a cast rifle round is the question.
Yeah, haven't been able to do that yet. We haven't seen too many, obviously. Still early on in this first map, but hoping to see GenG kind of retain their form here. DFM have come out perhaps a bit stronger than they were expecting.
And now just poking and prodding here around mid. I like the attention from DFM. We've seen a lot of teams just Widely end up ignoring it. Just managed to get information that there are going to be multiple players lurking around that position, but again, it's going to be a swing, and it's another great call for DFM. Everybody rotating now over towards A, and it's only Allahyar here to try to get some semblance of control. Swing on the corner, only spots one, and given that it's Neth, I mean, we've been expecting this Cypher to be lurking, but now it does seem that they're not going to fall for the trap, not going to get the wrong read. GenG quick to rotate everybody around as May goes to the entry.
He's going to get in first, but Texture on the backside of this one, able to take down two, and Allahyar is going to clean up May, and that is going to take all the wind out of the sails of this push, as Texture just really fantastic on the timing to take this one out. Yeah,
and I mean, cash just so low, no time remaining here, so everybody just going to have to back away. Medusa and Neth will be able to hold on to their weapons, but the rest of the team going to be in a bit of a dire situation for the buy, but GenG managed to go ahead and pick up a rifle round win, so 50% win rate in that regard. We'll see if they can continue to move up, as looks like they want to hunt for the Outlaw here in this round. Surprised to not see him go for the Operator. Actually still has plenty of cash. The Meteor himself did as well.
Yeah, maybe just trying to, oh God, that was crisp.
A little bit of a fadeaway on that one. May kind of just diving in front. Gets himself lined up on that jiggle. An unfortunate death, but a fantastic start here for GenG in the round. May, I mean, that's all your entry power. You're running that solo duelist. So without the raise, how do you try to get yourself onto the site? Now it looks like Neth's going to continue to try to just keep attention on this side of the map while everybody else gets into positions to potentially strike over towards B, but calls being made. Texture now rotating through that defender spawn. Seeker's going to be sent just to really figure things out. I like this investment here from Allahyar, just not wanting any ambiguity. It's now Charon, spotting multiple players.
Yeah, they're going to know 100% that this one is coming in. Charon trying to back off of this one, but Meteor goes for the swing. Is going to be taken out quickly. Gives a chance here for DFM to make this one interesting, as Allahyar has to hold it down. He gets the one. He's going to back off for now and wait for his teammates, as we have the showstopper Texture going to be able to take out Sess, and that is going to make quick work of this push. Medusa here on 1 health with an Outlaw.
1 HP with just the recovered Outlaw. Is able to finish off Allahyar, so it does a little bit of damage here, but this isn't necessarily the gun that he wants to carry over into the next round, so just sees if he can get a.
They can make things interesting and pull some back, but Meteor getting aggressive. Medusa just waiting for it. And now Allahyar, will he expect the second one? Yes, he will. Medusa, a couple of headshots in a row, going to get them ahead in this 7th round.
Absolutely gorgeous there from Medusa. Karen able to drift back over here into the vent before that smoke could dissipate. Sets up another one here. Try to make this position unassailable, but I mean, widely GenG just making the call to completely abandon that A site, and that's exactly where the spike is starting to get ushered over towards. Texture looking maybe for a bit of a challenge here as Neth looking to occupy the same exact position, checks the cam. Doesn't see any forward lurkers there. As that's going to be the neural theft now, invested. Texture knowing that he's there, wants to try to flush him out. Only gets a couple tags, that's about it.
Yeah, maybe get some information that this is going to be planted over to A. You see the rotation is coming in, but not really the value he was looking for, as Charon is trying to get in here by himself at first, but now he's got some backup. Will they push through the smoke? Try to retake this is the question.
I mean, they could make the call to save. They do have plenty of cash and the crucial ultimates for DFM. One of them is already online, and the other's very far away with May and Anthem. So it looks like they are going to poke and prod forward, see if they can find anything here. But I mean, flash into Munchkin's face, smoke set up on screens. Makes this pretty much unassailable, especially given the time remaining.
No charges left.
Maybe trying to get the pick off, but May, yeah, he is going to be taken down. Munchkin trying to make things interesting, but Sess going to get that exit kill. Texture looking for one himself, is going to see the foot of Sess. And that is just about all he's going to be able to get. So DFM back on the board.
Concern for them as they get ready to go into this one. Quick clear out on that camera. That's able to spot 2, I believe, but tries to push forward. And Texture just gets in front of the wall, is able to take him down.
Yeah,
excellent movement there.
Aggressive. And now they're trying to push on in, but excellent blind comes out from the side of Charon. Gonna give them some time, but now making their way onto the B site. Anthem leading the charge, and that's gonna be a quick cleanup from Munchkin, who is currently just waiting for the rest of the push to come through, waiting in the smoke as well. And a little bit not clean on that one. And now DFM are on the site. They pick up 3 kills. They give themselves a chance in this one. Texture, the both of them in heaven, moving quickly, but May gonna pick up a third. As fast onto the site here is Texture, with that shorty gonna move in.
The spike hasn't been planted. The spike has not been planted. Texture could just back away, but there's a pin drop. Medusa! Oh, it's so genius! He knows that he's in. He knows that he's decayed.
And now they're on the site very quickly. Texture gonna line this close one up.
He set the paint shells, but still just went jumping in, kind of disrespecting backside. Very puzzling there to see from May. Maybe just didn't quite see that operator at the back of the site when he did that jiggle peek. Texture didn't fire the gun, so they didn't have any kind of, audio notice of it. So seemingly just kind of missing a key piece of information. So goes jumping forward on the hunt for Allahyar and does get punished for it. Texture now shifting around.
Texture is going to line up another one. Medusa trying to push into heaven. And now that is only 3 guys on the side of DFM that are left available. And they're just kind of moving out. Still a bit of time to see maybe if they want to group up and look towards B. But with Neth already pushed into Rams, could consider A. But for now, just waiting on it.
Yeah, it's just going to be the same call here. Left. 30 seconds remaining. Just Neth wants to get himself out of a dangerous position. Not going to be concerned about trying to hunt for kills and get that next neural online. Just needs to back away as the other 2 players are just going to be sat there in mid-vent. Not wanting to lose out on these weapons because the cash, while they should be able to get at least a half armor buy in the next round, it's still a little bit wonky. So we'll just make the decision to go ahead, sit back, and hold on to these weapons. That's going to allow for GenG to tie things up once more at 4-4. Yeah. Wire cleared, but no one nearby. So, yeah, kills aren't going to be found.
Yeah, not this time. Neth was in here once again pretty fast. Trailblazer leading the way alongside of May. As in the back there, he is going to get that entry and kill it. Now the showstopper is going to be shut down. Texture shut down from the side of Texture, but now on the back of the site, Meteor not able to get it done. And DFM will get this plant on A.
Meteor just doing a circus act, just throwing knives at him, landing on the board behind him, not getting the connection he was looking for. Potential for a follow-up career after esports, I suppose, but not what you want to be seeing here. It was a nice shutdown on the showstopper from Texture, but nobody in position to deal with the rest of DFM as they just flooded in onto the site.
Cover going out.
Texture, who still holds on to an operator and Charon, the only players left, and ultimately the call is likely going to have to be that they back away and save these weapons. I mean, cash aside, they could go ahead, they can afford another op if they try to play in for this, but the odds are just so heavily stacked against them. They have no idea about the defensive setup positions here from DFM, so that is going to be them now getting up to 6 rounds on the half. Absolutely fantastic round from DFM once again.
And their attacker side has been pretty impressive.
Into an eco attempt and then a buy rather than straight into a buy.
Sometimes the stats don't tell the whole story. Oftentimes, they do not. Texture pushing out here. He is going to line it up excellently onto Neth. Catches the lurking Cypher, as he has oftentimes been in that spot.
I mean, Texture just, he hears these Cyber Cages getting chucked out there. He knows that Neth is not in a forward position to really get the punish, so he just continues to swing, suspecting that he's finally going to be able to get an angle. And he is rewarded for his patience as well as his aggression. So solid pick off there at the start. Cypher now taken down. Showstopper online for Texture. For now, it's just Anthem here in Garage by himself. Does have that spike in hand. Things opened up a bit. Around the corner is Munchkin there on rafters. Waiting for his time to go for a swing, but it's being watched. Assess at the moment, waiting for it, and there you go. Shots firing out. Meteor finally able to find the headshot. Assess will also fall.
Yeah, Medusa and Anthem, though, they are going to make their way in onto the site. Anthem picks up a second, and they give themselves a chance here to get this plant down on the B site. Was a good start for the side of GenG. A couple pickoffs in heaven, but not anymore, as now the showstopper coming on in. Texture trying to clear out the site, and there's just no hope for Anthem.
And they know where Medusa is. They heard him running out in towards Mail, and the spike right now not in a great position for Medusa to try to get covering fire on that one to try to take him off this. Just has to concede it. Didn't have any snake bites either. Will look for the kill in the end, but Allahyar just continues to swing out, challenges, and manages to get the victory. Going on an aggro angle. Being held here by May, but that first shot, that opener from May, it just goes right over his shoulder, and Texture, he does not whiff those.
He's just been so clean. I mean, he just consistently is getting pickoff after pickoff early on in these rounds, getting those first kills. And now Munchkin trying to push out into mid. There is a lot of presence here from the side of DFM, and now Meteor's got
surprise!
An operator as well.
It's a double up setup.
Yep. And was definitely not expecting that one, I guess. Pushes into his death.
Nice timing there on the drift across from Munchkin. Gets himself over in towards Mail right as the poison orb drops. So just zero information about this Viper's positioning. Seekers do get cleared. GenG just widely confirming that they're going to be in this mid to B side of the map. Just now going to be spotted. Swing at Allahyar, trying to see if he can get a catch, but Anthem is watching for it. Very nice punish to try to get in this round, but Medusa now gone.
Zest trying to move on in through the pit. That's not going to work out. Immediately gets shot down by Texture. As that shot finally, Texture, he is capable of missing. As I have finally found out. Anthem here, 1v3. Not in a great spot. Munchkin a quick one. And GenG are able to tie things up here on the defense wing. Trying to get whatever information they can. That is a blind coming out from Anthem. So he knows at least somebody is over here. The Trailblazer coming out from Allahyar.
But because Allahyar is now in this position, they say, okay, the Omen was here, now the Sky's there. The rest of the team is likely going to be coming through off the back of this Trailblazer. So they start rotating.
30 seconds left.
But with no push coming in,
Yeah.
they span back out here. This is overall not too bad for DFM. The site is going to be opened up as, okay, now it looks like they're going to start suspecting. As he swings through Ramen, though, here, Medusa should be able to tell them everything they need to know. And there you go. Swings the corner, doesn't see a damn thing. Now everybody's starting to set their sights back over here onto the A. As the plant comes through.
Yeah, it's going to be up to DFM to try to retake this one. Plant and a good setup already, though, for the side of GenG. And Texture just waiting here. At the front, it does look like most of DFM is going to try to move in through this A main area.
Paint Chill still available for May. Let's see where that one ends up going. Could help open things up on this push here for the rest of his team. And now it looks like he's just going to try to challenge in towards screens. Munchkin, however, able to find Anthem as his attention is tied here on towards Texture and swings the corner. Yeah, it's just an explosion of death and a flawless pistol. That orb is decent damage in response. Seth's going to be taken down to 65 HP.
Yeah, it's going to hurt, but not a great chance for them to take this round anyway. GenG moving in towards mid, but as we did see right from the get-go, right from the first round, they are definitely a team that's not scared to go for late rotations and kind of mess with the defenders' minds, which certainly worked there on the first round. So let's see where they actually do commit to before, you know, just to make sure, because they can be pretty tricky with their rotations.
Three-man push up here in towards Mail. Anthem, I think that might have been accidental on now as he swings back to, yeah, it was a fat finger for sure. Let him know exactly where his positioning was. Sessa will swing out here in garage, intercepting Allahyar. Spike, however, is in the sight. Haran able to go ahead and deal with that potential future backstab from the Omen. Weapon going to be scooped up. And realistically here for DFM, the call might just be to try to die to Spike. Looks like May with this approach, though, might play to try to see if he can take any weapons out of their hands, but with just a classic, it's going to prove to be a bit difficult.
Yeah, not too expected here. And GenG have a very nice setup here on the B site. 4v3 with the gun advantage. Just waiting on this one, a little bit of spam. Karan still waiting for this one. Let's see if May has any luck here when they do exit out of garage. He is waiting for it and immediately gets taken down. As very well read there by Karan.
Yep. One enemy
An excellent read. Texture able to find one. Medusa will strike him down, but that was just a ghost in hand. So we'll just be able to go ahead, dive into the spike. And that is going to be GenG bleed. So if you have players that are popping the hell off, just send util and make good calls.
So GenG, they get a very clean entry here onto the site. They don't take any damage at all. And DFM are just going to be looking for the retake. We do have already Texture just hanging on to the showstopper, buying some extra time.
I mean, it's just, yeah, it's such a tempo ult use here. Expecting that they're going to try to just get a flood retake going, and that just completely slows them up. Showstopper is out of the way, but time is ticking. Limited util to try to utilize to get themselves back in a position. Munchkin playing around with a tiny little gap in the wall. They're not going to swing in towards him, but in the meantime, Meteor able to find one before he gets taken down.
Now you do see the push coming in, and Munchkin's still here on this angle, not able to land it. Anthem is able to take him down, and the entry comes in. DFM very clean on this retake, and they will be able to pick up this round.
Yeah, and actually, this goes so much better for DFM than I could have anticipated. A couple whiffs there, realistically, from the intercept. That smoke coming down onto Heaven, though, should tell DFM everything they need to know, especially given that there's just no time remaining. Paranoia across, connects in onto May. Meteor able to find one. Munchkin gets the other. Spike can now be planted.
Yeah, they're just overwhelming them, looking straight into the blind, and the two of them just got absolutely cleared out in a moment's time. And now DFM 3v5. They are going to actually look for a peek here, Anthem, and immediately he's going to be taken out by Meteor, and now they're absolutely just going to look to save this one. So GenG, yes, the one round did go the way of DFM, but still feels like they're very much in control at the moment.
Yep, right back into it. And just given the position of these deaths, there's no way for Medusa to swap out the Judge to get himself a rifle, at least have that as a bit of a consolation, a bit of a silver lining. Just can't get in a position to recover any of those weapons. So overall, we'll still be carrying that one forward. And granted, as a Viper, you're not going to mind that too much. The Judge does lend itself to a Viper play style.
Okay.
Oh my God, we just did him so dirty with that. Oh my. Dude, Meteor's comms are but they look to take some space, but Medusa finally able to put that Judge to use, finds one, but is quickly traded out.
Yeah, at least he does get that one, and now Cess going to be very important here on the side, but the double peek comes out from the side of GenG, and they're already in onto the B side. They clear out through the garage and up through Heaven, so just going to be pretty clean to get on in here. 3v4 for the side of DFM, so it looks like they will try to retake this one.
I mean, at this point, you kind of have to. Money's going to be in a poor spot no matter what. Saving certainly, again, just doesn't feel good. As there's the push in and Texture just on the corner. Anthem not ready for it. Now with that kill, I think you have to make the call to just save. We'll back away, but they have to be wary about Texture potentially pushing out of alley, so this is still going to take them a little bit of time. They have to be cautious, but ultimately they will be able to drift away. If Anthem gets Texture in that position, then it's just the go button. Press here for DFM, all in on the retake attempt, but Anthem just not ready for him to be in that spot.
Yeah, pretty rough. GenG came out so quickly here after the timeout, and you have to imagine that DFM, they had a strategy, they had something in mind, but now it just kind of gets blown up in your face very quick. Do have the Trailblazer taken down here. Bit of information that there could be some pressure through the garage, and in fact there is. Meteor's just dry peeking here, coming on in pretty quickly. Has the backup of his team, a bunch of blinds to get him in onto the site. Snakebite up top as well to clear it out, as in the back alley, at least Anthem able to trade one out. He does throw out the Seekers, but immediately those are cleaned up, and now a third member from the side of DFM trying to push out of there. Maybe unexpected, but GenG at least able to get onto the site so far.
Boombot not spotting Meteor, so just leaves it be. Paint Shells to try to check back box here, but no one to receive that damage. Heals out from Lockyer, just getting Meteor back up to 100. 3v4 odds stacked against them here. Just a snake bite. The only tool that they have at the moment here to really try to clear out any angles. May will go for the drop down. Meteor is eating an immense amount of decay to try to get a bit of a surprise shot off onto them, and gets the jump to find the kill.
Yeah.
Nullify him as the spot out on Neth as he tries to escape. Meteor using that Cyber Gauge against him to absolute perfection. Spike can now be planted. That's going to give Munchkin his Viper's Pit should he decide to invest it here. They know they're up against a weaker buy.
Lockyer pretty far forward, and he's going to take down the one. And now Anthem back turned, and in comes Meteor with the right click just to get him down real quick.
Picking up his operating swings under the corners, able to find one.
Showstopper as well. Getting into the back here, they have no idea. Karan gets in, only picks up the one as May, a very quick snipe at close range. Munchkin going to win the 1v1 here in mid to give them a chance, but finally DFM kind of getting some foundation underneath them at this point. Neth as well. Want to pick this one up and even use his ult to spot exactly where Lockyer is approaching from.
Yeah, well, nothing ambiguous about this one. Allahyar saying, well, doesn't really matter where I go, I'll just try to get the plant over onto B once again, where the operator not yet scouted out. Deja vu, perhaps.
Paintshell's coming down, and they're looking to clear this one out. They will take out May on the back of the site, and now the Seeker's coming out as well. GenG looking to try to end this one here and now. We'll see if they can do that. They got the pit down. Meteor now trying to swing out the right side. He's not going to hit that shot, but Neth as well, making it interesting, a 1v1, but it is going to be Allahyar to take it down, and GenG will win the first map, a split 13-8.
Well, the previous round very much going their way. It looked like
are right back in the second half.
Yeah, the big problem, I think, was just how, I think, reliant DFM was on how much map control they had. You saw how Neth was trying to do a lot of things at the start of the game. Once that kind of started to fail, who was losing his life to Texture, who always had the operator. It felt like DFM was on a timer that, Neth dies, we have to push somewhere, try to press in an advantage, but they could not get that advantage.
I love that you brought that up, too, because the operator was quite their kryptonite, and this was true against T1 as well, right? When they went onto that Lotus, it was the operator that really shut things down. So while you might know about map movement and macro, if you don't have an idea of, okay, how do I either take away the operator or avoid it, things start to get really tricky here in Split, especially when you're up against a team who can run double ops.
but Spike can get planted here for DFM, and get up into a decent little defensive setup now to try to hold this for another pistol round win.
Just going to back off towards the mount and try to line this one up when GenG do make their way onto the site, as all 5 of them have so far.
5-man into mount here. Spam coming across, he's holding this one, and he's going to continue holding it. They need to get him off this one right now, but they're not going to be able to do so. That fight is not in position to actually take him down. May going to look for the final kill. He'll find it. Tap on the door. Munchkin, oh, he is in such a forward position. And he is rewarded for it. May on those jiggle peaks, not able to spot him out until it was far too late. Follow-up shot on the Medusa as well to knock him down to 52 HP.
Yeah, just very, very clean from Munchkin there. Not really expecting him to be that far forward. Now Meteor trying to push through.
And didn't see him. He was spotted. Let's take a little bit of damage, but given that it's just a classic in hand, it's overall fairly negligible. It's Munchkin just basically sprang across, finally finishes the job there on a Medusa. And 2 kills found, and without a spike planted, it's not like you can just die to that one. Figure out where exactly they want to go. It's going to be the call here onto A, where Charon's still jiggle peeking around, and he spots absolutely everybody.
Yeah, that's a lot of information there, and now Texture here. Got the baby door just waiting, and through the doors. Guard is just going to be able to make quick work of them with the Bulldog.
Has taken quite a bit of damage, so 51 there on the Omen as Allahyar spotting multiple, making their way over towards the door. Does take a little bit of damage there, probably going to be quickly dealt with.
Yeah, it's a nice slow push through from the side of DFM. They already got the 1 pick. They're clearing out through the baby door, maybe trying to go in onto the B site, but not committing to that just yet.
Season Bite thrown down to really slow things up, and Munchkin again, so snappy with these Guardian shots, finds him. Time dwindling, 10 seconds remaining. Is Meteor able to put May down, but they will be able to get this plant through with just a couple seconds to spare. 2v3, Meteor and Karen both dangerously low.
The timing of this one as well. Not going to be spotted. Neth is looking in this direction. Trying to catch him off guard, not quite able to do so. There's a little bit of damage.
I like the attempt from Charon, just try to get in, not give any notice, try to find that pick before the Nano can get popped, but with the cleanup coming through, Neth will find 3 as DF.
Yeah, quick into the mount area for this side, and now the showstopper May getting in, but he's right on top of a bunch of damage. He is going to push on through, and Cess went down.
I have no idea exactly what happened there. May pushes forward. He will be able to find Meteor, but yeah, that one's puzzling for sure.
Spike
Not
planted.
sure how that happened. We'll have to get a replay of that one, but May is at least able to get them onto the site. They've got some smoke set up, so not going to be too easy for GenG to get in, and it's quick from May and Anthem to spray them down at Waterfall. This is going to get supremely difficult now for GenG.
A bite to work with here. Paintshell sent Medusa able to get away from that, but May quick to get the punish on the Texture. Now it's just Munchkin left standing. And look at the backstab. Spot the mini-map. Okay, well that sets up the turret, so Munchkin very well aware of this, but now has to very much be concerned about getting picked off as he tries to hold on to this weapon.
I mean, Neth is going all the way around to see if Munchkin would continue rotating Munchkin.
Hell of a shot.
Yeah.
Karen has to drop down Texture now at 1 HP, as he will be surrounded, dealt with, but Karen with a nice headshot does get a kill here, so trade out on the raises.
Yeah, still going aggressively with this one. Going to send the Prowler forward in towards Tree. And it's Meteor here. The Marshal seeing what he can see, but they're already in onto this site, and they will put down this plant. Definitely not going to be an easy retake for the side of GenG. Medusa holding on to Baby Door. Going to spot that and have some good idea at least where Karen is.
Deep lurk here at Rubble from Medusa with that Odin in hand. So trying to make their way across. And that's the Nightfall invested now from Anthem. So audioless here are the GenG players. Still looking for the challenge. Munchkin going to be good for the first one. Readjust for the second. And Cessit just the same.
He's holding.
Yeah, hold is coming through. Snakebite, I don't think it's going to be deep enough. The spray is not in time. He can't get the connection. Karen just sat there. Eventually will fall, but it's another steal. They should suspect that this is fairly committed, especially as May gets the opening kill in the Meteor.
That's going to make things pretty obvious. Munchkin just waiting in the smoke himself. They're not going to spot him immediately. He picks up 2 and nearly gets a 3rd. Gets May extremely low, and now Allahyar able to come on in.
He's decayed for half of his HP. He's down to 1. This is such a rough position to be in. Cut across. They will be able to get themselves into B. As door gets broken open. There you go. Now he's back to his full value HP.
2. Yeah. Better than 1, I guess. They are going to get this plant down, but May, low on health, trying to...
the interrupt.
Yeah, not able to get it down, actually. Neth is not able to hold on to this one. So GenG, prediction, and it's working out so far. Still very early on, of course, but Texture, a chance to maybe be taken out early. We'll see how this one is going to go. May picks up another over the top with the showstopper, looking for a 3rd, but Anthem going to take that one away, and they'll be happy with that one regardless. Another great entry here from the side of DFM.
Quick rotates coming through. Munchkin about to arrive at the site. Will be here before that spike can get planted. Smoke at top rope. Right around that left-hand side.
Spike planted.
Munchkin just continuing to drift forward. Anthem now committed deep onto the site. An opportunity potentially for a big backstab here onto these players. Meteor spots him first, but okay, Meteor will be able to get 1 down. There's a lockdown now invested. Paint shell's available though for May. If he can bank this into the back, he might just be able to take this one down, but no, it falls short. It doesn't clear the corner. Now he has to try to rush in, and he's actually just going to kill Meteor. Rifle as Munchkin puts the util away there, draws down, but May able to find 2 more to continue climbing. And at this point, hell, maybe May's going to be going for a land kill record. That does get cut short though in this round as Karen is able to find 1. Everybody else though, very healthy on the side of DFM. Karen at 20 HP. As they're now going to go chasing across the opposite side of the map. Spike getting planted. Anthem just going to be 2 away from his 2nd Nightfall as Medusa does get spotted on that jiggle.
Yeah, see if he goes for it again. Texture is going to open this one up, takes out Cess.
He's doubled his kills.
Yeah, he's feeling pretty good about his 2 so far. And they're definitely going to need him to step up a little bit here. Certainly is one of the guys who generally does pick up a lot of kills. Lockdown from the attacker side, just trying to secure this one. The defuse is coming in though.
He got in ahead of that turret placement.
They got to get in, but I don't... Oh, they're barely going to take him out.
While trying to do it once more. Now Lockie is completely screwed. Spike's going to detonate, and they can just go ahead and knife him. But now Anthem will show some mercy, some classes. He just...
For the side of GenG and May. Oh, he falls down. Meteor's able to take him out. May has been really the guy carrying so far for the side of DFM. And so it's going to take a lot of pressure out of this play.
Yeah, I mean, the only player getting caught by that Nightfall was Munchkin. Meteor. I think he would have been dead had May landed on the wall, but instead he just, maybe it's a little bit too much, fidgets and falls off. And that little displacement ends up costing him quite dearly. Tap on the door though. Looks like DFM thinking about their options. B site close by. Looks like that's where they're going to head, but Meteor able to peek out and find Cessit just inside of that approach. Reveal comes through. Nanoswarm will buy a little bit of time and space here for DFM, but there's a lot more work to be done.
All right, Anthem finally getting DFM on the board in this round. Picks up the first kill. Takes out Meteor, the one guy that was getting a bunch for GenG.
30 seconds left.
Going to be able to plant this one. They are considering moving over through Waterfall to C. But Munchkin is still here. Will they be able to root him out is really the question. 19 seconds left as the swing. Seems like Munchkin maybe not even expecting him there. And the plant should be held.
Plant will come through. Munchkin having to back away as the poison orb gets ready to drop. That's the one who has to try to hold that line. Finds the first, but now 3 more players to deal with 55 HP remaining. Same spot that we saw from Texture where he got the Ace versus Paper Rex, but unfortunately Nats won't be able to find the follow-up. And GenG, they will be able to go ahead and regain a lead for themselves 5-4, but DFM still keeping things very
information, and he is gonna be taking down May with the headshot real quick.
I was gonna say, May, he had the quick adjustment out, hearing that first jiggle. Now Showstopper gonna be sent Munchkin in a very poor spot. Showstopper will not take him down. He's able to tuck back far enough to not get caught by it. Lakia will get Neth, but Spike being planted now, but the fight back is coming through from GenG.
Okay, nice pick off from May on top of the rope, and they are holding on to this one barely. It's Meteor 1v2, very low. Are pretty much everybody who is left alive.
Meteor shooting here. It tells them exactly where they were. Previously, the Prowler went in towards stairs, hadn't spotted anybody out, so they still have to be wary about that. But now they know exactly where he is. And May, really wishing that they had come towards A.
Careful.
Grabs the orb before the plant comes in.
Spike planted.
Himself a little bit closer, but even against this weaker buy, chances not being taken. DFM want as many advantages as they could possibly get here on this attacker's side. They know that this is where they should be winning out. Texture with a Showstopper could be monstrous for them if they find an opener, but never mind. May shuts it down immediately before the thought can even cross his mind.
Yeah, he was really the one guy who would have an opportunity, but it's just May who once again picks up 2 Sessa as well. Able to get the 1, and May gets 3 on the rounds. DFM with entry once again, and they have not moved in there. They're actually just going outside, but the spray down through the wall. Lakia gonna pick up 1 already. And they have so much information and already a kill.
I was gonna say, I thought he saw just a hair there. As that door was rotating around, and he's able to line it up, gets the spray. Neth gonna be taken out of the equation here. Given the ults available, things look overall quite good here for GenG, but Anthem able to find 1. Karen gonna be taken down. Showstopper rotating, playing ring around the Rosie here. Senzin is eventually able to find a kill. 2v3 as May tries to get the jump, but Texture swings it from behind. He's able to take him down. Texture starting to heat up here. Not happy with the way that
looking to push in through tree. Texture gonna line up that shot onto Medusa already. As GenG slowly push through rubble and in towards the A side. As now another kill is gonna come down here. Meteor just spraying through that one.
2 kills. This is, I mean, devastating already here for DFM. The way that they lost the opening pistol round on this map was something that they definitely would be regretting, but this now is getting out of hand. Yes, that's just going to be the break here on the Baby Door. Rotate across in towards B. May standing here, but here's that paranoia coming through, so know that he has to back away. So can't quite try to hold the angle to get that opening headshot. Now needs to try to re-aggress with the Sheriff.
Yeah, very clean utility there on the entry from the side of GenG. Just swarming that angle. Meteor as well. Going to pick up a kill here through the side of the door. Anthem does get the 1, but still only 2 members left here on the side of DFM. Prowler. Not going to be enough. Karan now pushing out, and Munchkin is going to get that last kill onto May at the same 8. And a bit of armor damage, of course. Has some spray through, but it is going to be Karan to go down. Medusa does get the 1, but that is about it for him.
Karan with the 2nd. Texture. Some good damage there on the Cess. Can't quite confirm the kill yet. Meteor. Oh, yeah. I was going to say, looks to...
control of the site for now. Texture looking towards the back of that one. Do have a couple of guys in upper as well. Let's see how DFM do want to retake this one, as GenG have a very nice setup for now. Paranoia comes through. Medusa swinging the corner, immediately taken out by Munchkin, and now that's going to be 2 for him on this angle. And May's got to give it a shot as well. That's 3 for Munchkin, as GenG are holding on to this one pretty much flawlessly. Neth, the last guy available, as he will pick up 1. but doesn't look like a round win.
Of course it's texture. Just to really just spit on the chances of the analyst desk, or at least for Victoria and Nasserai to rank up in the minigame. But, I mean, this is catastrophic here for DFM. Now down by 3, GenG 1 round away from getting themselves up.
Well, let's see if they can land some big sheriff shots. That's really going to be the one way that they get this one going.
Oh, but, I mean, the reveal's out, but Anthem already going to be taken down. Solid opening kill there is May. Going to try to find some value. Does have that rifle here for the team, but paint shells just whittle them lower, and Karen able to just go ahead and get the wall bang to the box.
Yeah, just kind of caught out there, trying to do what he could, but just isolated by way too much utility. The triple swing comes through, and it's only Medusa, so no. Oh, I spoke too soon. 1 sheriff headshot.
And to stop Texture from getting another one in the round.
And
That showstopper going to get pulled out.
just trying to spray at literally everything, but too many people coming in through tree, and the headshots are crispy from the side of GenG. Only 2 members left now on the side of DFM. GenG starting to really run away with this map. These rounds are not really even that close after the half, as GenG's attacker side has been very clean tonight.
I mean, it's been 6 consecutive as they get ready to close this one out and move up to 11. And C's will go at it from Lakia, but I think we all know there's nobody back there. Everybody just relocating back into the C site itself to try to hold on to these weapons. And I mean, GenG quite far away, but a decent amount of time before that spike detonates. They could absolutely go on the hunt. Handing over something like, the pit to Medusa, getting Neth a couple more charges towards that lockdown certainly wouldn't be ideal, but I think right now, given the way that things have been going, GenG should feel very confident as they look to take the fight.
Yeah. Sprinting on in, let's see what they can see. As the turret's gonna spot them first, and DFM are just running away. Trying to survive, trying to hold on to those guns.
Now through. Lakia nearly with his Nightfall, but Meteor on this deep lurk into B, able to find the shot. That's Medusa taken down.
Yeah, pretty huge stuff. I mean, he was just waiting on B. They didn't expect him to be pushed all the way up that far. And it's just an early pickoff that's going to take some retake power away from the side of DFM as they push through the smoke. Lakia still here on the side. He lines up 3, just like that. And Texture puts an end to the round, 12-6.
Right back and Hall, just going to be having to wait this out. He's still going to be audio list up. Texture tries to go on the push and will be rewarded with 1 kill. Showstopper in, however, May finds 2. Karen and Munchkin both going to be taken down, but they still have to respect the lockdown, so they're forced away. But now it is a 4v2.
Definitely feels like there's enough time for DFM to retake this one. Lakia also shot in the back, and it's all up to Meteor in the 1v4. Not looking likely for him. They don't know exactly where he is, as he will peek out, gets 1.
Swing spots 1. They've dropped down. Reaches now, up over the top. Medusa went to the box, went back down to the platform. The DFM, they will keep themselves alive for now. 5 rounds in a row is what is necessary.
Actually, Anthem is going to get the 1. Second swing comes out as well.
Tap on the door there from Neth does force them back around the corner. So a little bit more space bought for Medusa. They can get into a little bit more of a disconnected position. Not be so, far forward committed. C-site, though, looking like it may once again be the ending location for this spike, or the intended location, I should say, of the spike plant. Texture goes to the peaks, and sees just enough of Neth to be able to take him down.
Yeah. Just a tiny little piece of Neth was all he needed. And it's a quick one. Oh, and he's going to get marked up there as well. The rotation is coming in towards B. You can see that there's just not really enough members of DFM to get this defense going. They're going to put a pit down as well here on the attack is GenG.
They're going to have to counter pit into this one.
Yeah.
Make things a little bit more chaotic, a little bit more difficult to see. Try to get that decay across, and then maybe some value off the paint shells. Sessa with that paranoia on the opposite side. Could be big value for him. These things are already so obfuscated, but he's going to be the first one to get taken down. Caron able to find that kill.
Last player standing.
Down goes Medusa as well, so no more pit for them, and it's all up to May, as it has been for so many times on this map. He gets the 1 on the Texture.
Oh,
Just
man.
1 last kill for May over Texture, but it does not matter. GenG, they get Lotus, they got split, they get the 2-0 tonight.